Yo, it is your boy Savage D. Sag, what is good? I almost said fuck recording this review because I'm having like some weird random technical difficulties. I'm not sure if it's my mic or my laptop, but fuck it, we gonna improvise. So if I sound a little off or different, that's why. Fuck it though. Now, we already know what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about that Jujutsu Kaisen greatness, nigga. You already know, JJK.
Jujutsu GOAT.
Chapter 200. First and foremost, when I saw that Gege had a military supervisor for this chapter, I already knew that shit was about to get real. But let's get into it. So the chapter begins by continuing where we left off, with Sukuna telling Yuji that he is the Fallen. By the way, I ain't going with that Viz translation bullshit talking about the disgraced one. That shit is corny, but fuck it, we ball. So the story shifts back to Yuji. He's zoned out, and Megami's trying to get his attention, asking if he's okay. Yuji starts to cap by saying, he's not feeling well, and switches places with Hana in the room, so she's not able to view what he's about to do. Now, once he's behind Hana, Yuji starts making a whole bunch of poses to the confusion of both Megami and Takaba. He's attempting to tell Megami in code that Sukuna is the fallen one, and that Angel was making a reference to that in the previous chapter, if you remember. Now, of course, she doesn't know, but this scene is funny as hell because Megami is making a confused ass face that I feel like I would in that moment. Like, what the hell is this nigga doing? Like, when you goofy ass boy move. While Megami is starting to get, his typical big brain stuff and is thinking about what Yuji is trying to say, he finally puts it together, especially when Yuji slicks his hair up like Sukuna's is when he takes over his body. The obvious is then stated now that one problem is seemingly solved, then another one arises, and Yuji starts thinking that Angel could probably eradicate Sukuna with some type of ability. That's probably the reason why Sukuna told Yuji to keep his damn mouth shut. Yuji is in full kamikaze mode, ready to sacrifice himself so Gojo could come back, and then all this BS. But Megami is simultaneously knowing that Yuji's willing to do this because, after Shibuya and all that, if you read Shibuya, you already know what the hell went on. But this man, Sukuna, went savage. He was blowing up, destroy cities, fucking up Maharaga, cut off Inumaki's arm, killed Jogo off. Like, if you know, you know. Like, this man went full savage mode. And Yuji came back and was like, yeah, I'm just a cog. Fuck all this. He was super depressed. So he's probably still in that mode. Like, hey, fuck it. If I gotta go to end all this bullshit, end me. So I like the panel though with Yuji saying that he does not know why the others have not added the new rules that they discussed yet, because it goes back to chapter 190 when Momo was telling Hikari about their improvisation around the initial plan. So obviously Yuji and Megami are still in the dark and have not, got into contact with Hikari, Maki, and them as of yet. Cool little callback. But anyways, Angel cuts the introspection by noticing that a lot of players are entering the colony at a fast rate, and to summon Kagane, they show that it's about 807 and counting that's showing up within the past 10 minutes alone, which is a throat-ass concept.
Yikes.
We then get a transition into a few months prior from the earlier timeline, and Kenjaku, aka the fake ghetto, aka Big Brain, aka Stitched Face Aizen, is explaining cursed energy and jujutsu sorcery to a number of politicians and figureheads of different countries. We get a focus though on his meeting with the US president, closer to the current timeline it seems, but it seems that he gives the politicians these glasses, or Urame does rather, that allows normal people to see curses and cursed energy, similar to what Maki had, back in the day. Then this nasty ass nigga Kenjaku starts summoning these ugly leech looking Shikigamis that's freaking out the politicians, till this man named Cyrus, who is apparently he's in the US Department of Energy, starts calming down the president like he's Cyrus from Scandal or some shit. He says that the information Kenjaku has given them about cursed energy is a gold mine, and that they should not miss out on it because the rest of the world is probably gonna, get in on this development as well. This is another callback to chapter 136, when Yuki is talking to Kenjaku about how other countries will not remain silent when they find out about the nature of cursed energy. Urame, who, as I said earlier, has been there with Kenjaku the whole time, tells the US politicians that the Shikigami that were summoned won't hurt them, and that they can sit. This shit is funny as hell because these politicians are sweating. Like, this shit is funny as fuck. Look at them. They are sweating like LeBron at the free throw line in the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. Like, this shit is hilarious. But anyways, I digress. Kenjaku plays clips of big moments from earlier on in this series, like the Kyoto Sister Goodwill arc and Shibuya. And Cyrus tells the other politicians that cursed energy can replace all the renewable energy, that we have come to use in our world, with cursed energy being the cleanest energy out of all of them. They make a comment that Gojo could probably power a whole country by himself, and I was like, God damn, they about to be on some Tom Edison shit with Gojo if they don't free my boy soon. But anyways, the chapter ends with Kenjaku basically telling the president about the Culling Games coming up. And the president puts 2 and 2 together, saying that Kenjaku is insinuating that they should capture Japanese citizens for research on this cursed energy phenomenon. Bruh, this chapter was wild as fuck. So now Yuji's ass is struggling. He really doesn't mind sacrificing himself to let our boy Gojo be free, but Megumi ain't going for that. So that will be a whole other conflict that we have to deal with. We also have the lingering threat of what will happen when Angel finds out that Yuji is the host of Sukuna, because, I mean, let's face it, that's bound to happen too. Then the hundreds of people entering Tokyo Colony number 1 alone, that is throw it as fuck. I know it can't just be the current colony, so we need to know who the fuck they are, because if they are representatives for the numerous countries that Kenjaku visited, this man is starting a whole world war over some damn cursed energy, bruh. This nigga is sick. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't care for him taking Geto's body and seeming like an afterthought at times in the beginning of the series, especially in comparison to disaster curses. But now I see why he was cooking. This nigga is playing 5D chess. He is on some Einstein, Eisen shit. This nigga's starting to make my damn brain hurt every time I see him on the page. Like, I'm back in college or some shit. Like, good grief, nigga. I don't know, but the second phase of the Culling Game is here, and I'm loving the progression. I can't wait to see where this is going, and how all our main cast will deal with what's heading their way. Like, to be honest, hopefully we see Yuki soon, because I know she will have something to say if she realizes her worst fear is coming true. Of other countries finding out about cursed energy and getting involved in the previously small-scale world of Jujutsu, relatively speaking, of course, because it was primarily in Japan, except for just a few other examples. I'll give this chapter a smooth 7 out of 10. My boy Gege cooking up some heat, per usual. This was a fire setup chapter, and we about to go up. If you like what I had to say, then you already know, hit that like button, subscribe, and yeah, I'm out.